The movie starts with Jubei and he's walking on this bridge and he's eating this big ass rice ball and he's making it look good as shit for some reason. Like, that rice looked really good. I don't know why, but like anime food always looks really delicious. Like, freaking Spirited Away, that food looks so good. And like these guys just spring up on him like, you owe us money, you cost us money on this job that we just did. We could have got $300, but you ended up getting us only 20, and then we stole a sword. And Jubei's like, you're an idiot because that village was too small to pay us $300, and asking $200 for that is too much. So you guys are stupid asses. And the guy's like, oh crap. So like Jubei kills those guys and he just wanders off. He's like, I am a badass. And Jubei is a badass. He's got a really good heart. He's a really good guy. This group of ninjas roll into this village in the middle of the night, and like it's super creepy and mysterious. And the next morning, everybody's dead, and like there's like horrible diseases all over the place, spreading epidemics. And like this chick's wanders out, and she goes to the next town, and she's like, "There's an epidemic in our village," and I was just like, "Oh crap!" So that sucks for them. And there's like people going to investigate it, and the dude's like, hey, we should go check this out. Let's get a ninja team together. We'll send the whole clique. We'll go down to this village and see if anything's happened and all that. And the big boss ninja dude's like, yeah, go check it out. So he gets the whole Wu-Tang clan together, and they're like, yo, we're all here. It's the RZA, the Jizza, Inspector Deck, Raekwon the Chef, Yuga, Ghostface Killer, and Kagero, the poison taster. She's a badass ninja chick, and like she gets a lot of respect in the anime community because she doesn't take no shit. She's got poison powers, and we'll see those come into effect later, for better or ill. The gang squads up, and like they're all rolling through the woods, clicking deep, when like all hell breaks loose when somebody gets the drop on somebody else, and the whole team starts getting massacred in the woods. And like they're throwing ninja stars trying to catch the dude, and this shit's not working and all that. And we meet the 8 devils of Kimon, and we meet the first devil named Tasai, who's also known as the Rock Dude. All the ninjas have badass nicknames. His nickname is the Rock Dude. First thing he does is grab this ninja dude and just rip his freaking arms off, and then everybody's freaking out, scared. He starts drinking the blood, like drinking that shit like he's thirsty too. Like, blood doesn't taste good, dude. That shit's disgusting. He catches Kagero with his magic ninja throwing blade boomerang thing, and like he gets her alone in this like secret hotel room, and he starts doing some pretty uncool stuff to her. You know what I mean? And that's not cool. But then Jubei shows up and he's just like, what the fuck is going on over here? I don't like what you guys are doing over here. I gotta interfere. And then fucking decides fucking springs up and I'm gonna fucking kill you for jumping into this shit. And Jubei's like, oh yeah? Dagger into the eye. And he gets up with some shit in the eye right there, and he runs off with Kagero. They're running and shit. He throws the big boomerang thing and they jump over it. And I'm like, just running after to get him and all that. And he gets stopped by the electric dude. The electric dude's like, don't even chase him. Just like, come back with me, because you fucked up and we have some shit to do. And Rockin's like, alright, let's go. Kagero goes back to her ninja boss dude to report what happened and be like, hey, like we got some dude got the drop on us and the whole team is dead except for me. We should do something. And the dude's like, oh yeah? Whole team was killed by somebody. You should go find out who that guy was. Go back and find out who he was, and then come back and tell me, and then I'll figure that out. So yeah, that guy sucks. Tasai catches Jubei slipping with a cool ninja trap and like beats his ass, like punches him and like puts him up against the thing and starts punching him in his organs and shit, and like makes Jubei cough up blood. That happens a lot. Jubei coughs up a lot of blood in this movie. I'm pretty sure that he eventually dies from that on some Houdini shit, because like he takes a lot of internal organ damage in this movie and just sort of shrugs it off. And like they didn't really have doctors back then, so he probably died from all that shit eventually. That's probably why they didn't make any more sequels. Like he probably died of appendicitis or tuberculosis or something like that. He does the coolest thing ever. He gets the old sword on the string and like grabs it and he like starts fighting and shit and slashing at him, and the fucking dude throws the blade and like the fucking skin starts crumbling off, and he's just like, what the hell? And like Jubei does that ninja thing where he slashes and it like flies the blade fucking flies to the air, chops the dude's fingers off, and the boomerang flies back and hits him in his freaking head. He gets a face full of boomerang, grabs Jubei, and he tries to implant the dude's face on his palm and stab him, but Jubei's too badass for that, knocks that shit right off and gets out of there. And it's just like, you killed one of the 8 devils of Kimon, dude. Good for you, bro. Fucking lucky. The old man Daquan's like, hey man, Jubei, you should come work for me and we can kill the 8 devils of Kimon and get to the bottom of this mystery shit. And Jubei's like, fuck you, bro, I'm not doing that. The electric dude and Gamma are apparently boyfriends and fucking around and shit, and like he doesn't really like fucking know that like Gamma's fucking around with other people besides him, so that kind of like hurts his feelings real bad. So there's like a weird jealousy thing, and like the other chick, the zombie exploder chick, is like rubbing in his face like, oh, your boyfriend has a girlfriend, he's fucking around on you, dudes. How about that? Like, I know that hurts, I know you're salty. And he's super salty. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna kill everybody. How about that? Fuck all y'all. The next devil we meet is the snake lady. She shows up to find out what happened to the rock dude, and then she's like, oh fuck, something went down. And like Jubei's taking a bath by himself, and like in the fucking water, the snake lady shows up, like hypnotizing him with the snakes and shit, just like, oh, and like the snakes are popping off of her, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? And like this poison dart flies and hits him in the arm and like poisons him, and he's like, oh shit, and he kills the lady. Well, he goes to kill the lady, but he grabs her, and like her skin pops off, and like she escapes, because all these people have weird ninja powers. Like, cool ass concept. Like, everybody's got weird ass powers that they're throwing around. Like, I have snake powers, and like I have shadow powers, and I have zombie powers, and like, I have rock powers. So pretty cool. Daquan is like, well, you gotta work for me now, bro, because I poisoned you, and I have the secret to the antidote, and I'll help you get unpoisoned if you help me solve this mystery and all that. And Jubei's like, you motherfucker. The 8 devils are led by a dude named Gamma. And Jubei's like, there's no freaking way there's a dude named Gamma as the leader, because I killed Gamma back in the day. And like back in the day, like Gamma set up Jubei to have to kill his boys and his gang and his friends, and like Jubei's like, fuck that. So he gets the ambush on fucking Gamma, hops out, gives him a nice haircut, flies away, and it's awesome. So it's just like, dude, I killed Gamma, I chopped his head off, and that was that. So I don't have to worry about this shit anymore, because I know he's not the leader of the 8 devils. Jubei and the old man get split up, and like the old man is getting like chased by the shadow ninja dude with like a Freddy Krueger chain claw thing, like the hook shot from Zelda, and they're split up. Jubei goes up to this temple, and there's this old lady, and like turns out she's made out of snakes, and he cuts her open, and there's snakes all over the place. It's like snakes all over the place, and they're crawling all over him, and it's super intense. And like the snake lady appears, and she's butt-ass naked with an army of snakes, and she's like turned on. She's feeling herself. She's feeling herself. And like, it's super intense, and she's like she's like got snakes in his face, like, who sent you and who's with you? And he's like, well, it's just me and this old man, but there's also a chick behind you, and she's gonna kill you. And like fucking Kagero's behind her with the blade to her shit, just like, let get rid of all the snakes. And like she gets rid of all the snakes, and she's like, hell yeah. But then out of nowhere, like the chick explodes from electricity zapping her and shit, and she's like on the floor like shaking. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And like the dude's got some crazy electric powers where he can like make wires appear and string her ass up, and just gnarly. That power's like really badass, and it sucks that he doesn't do more with it, if you know what I mean. So she gets zapped by the electric dude because he was jealous. She was fucking his man. And like, we've all been there. We've all wanted to zap people. The 3 ninjas kick back and knuckle up, and the 3 of them decide like, we're gonna work together because of blackmail and manipulation, and that's the only way we get anything done these days. You know, so they're working together as a ninja team. They're gonna figure out this crime stuff and solve the mystery. So it turns out that 8 devils of Kimono like poison this town, and like everybody's dead, and like it's super sad. There's like women and like dead children all over the place, and like Jubei is pissed. He's like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I don't give a shit who's at the top. This one random bee flies up, and it's like a messenger bee. It's one of the killer bees, Wu-Tang Squad for life. And it flies over to the hunchback beekeeper dude. The beekeeper dude's like, oh, my gang of bees. And he sends a whole freaking army of bees. And there's this huge, massive bees swarming on the fucking 3 of this water place, whatever. And like the chick fucking has awesome fucking, even more powers where she can make flowers fly out of anywhere. Flower powers. Makes them fly out, and like the flowers are killing the bees and fighting the bees, so that's a gnarly ass like little thing happening there. And like fucking Jubei chases the fucking dude down to the water place, and they're squaring off, and he's like, yo, dude, before I kill you, let me ask you something. Is Gamma still alive? Because I fucking chopped his head off, and if he's still alive, that makes no sense. And the bee dude's like, yep, he's still alive. And Jubei's like, god damn it. They're having this badass sword fight. He goes in the water, swimming away, and like the bee dude's waiting for him on the fucking trees. And Jubei does the magic sword blade thing, and it flies his leg off, chops his shit right off, and he falls in the water. And like the beehive thing is all getting water ship down to death, and they're stabbing him to death, and he dies. And then Jubei chops his head off and gives him fucking some unsatisfaction there, because Jubei's the shit, and he's killing it. The old man's like, well, the 8 devils are probably after just you two now, and they don't think they saw me, so I'm just gonna dip, and you guys can handle this shit amongst yourself, and we'll meet up later. And then fucking Kagero's like, why are you hanging out with this dude? He seems like a fucking, like a skeezer. And Jubei's like, well, he like poisoned me with a poison dart, and now I gotta work for him until he gives me the antidote, and like, you know, I gotta get revenge and all that. And Kagero's like, that sucks. So I'm like, yep. They climb a cliff to get a better look at what's happening amongst the coast, and they see a crashed boat, and they're like, this is whatever's on that crashed boat is the reason that the 8 devils killed everybody on this village. They're like unraveling the mystery. And like while they're on a cliff, like Kagero sees her boyfriend dude hanging out, and she's like, oh shit, I gotta go fucking talk to him. She runs over to him, and she's like, whoa, what the fuck? And like he's got his arms missing because they got ripped off, and that sucks. And like she looks at him, and he's got like this zombie face, and he's a freaking zombie. And like it's a fucking trap, and she's got exploding zombie powers. And like fucking Jubei jumps and saves her, and they fall off a cliff, and it's just like, oh shit, like they're saving each other's lives left and right, dude. And the 8 devils are legit ass crew, and they're hanging from this cliff like on a string, and like I know that's hurting his freaking hand and fingers, cause like unless he's got special gloves, you know, whatever, who knows. And they're climbing and shit, and like they get to the top, and this fucking blind swordsman dude is holding that shit. He's like, Jubei, I challenge you, bro. And Jubei's like, I accept that challenge, just one-on-one, fucking face-to-face, no sneaky ninja tricks, right? It's like, yeah, sure. So they start dueling, dude, dueling dense, and they're fucking flying through the woods, fucking swinging swords, and like Jubei's getting his ass kicked by this fucking dude, like he's getting his shit worked. And like fucking out of nowhere, Kagero jumps in. Jubei's like, we're fucking doing this one-on-one. This is my fight. Like, don't jump in my shit, and all that. And like fucking the blind dude's going to swing at him, but like fucking hits the other fucking sword. He gets fucking stabbed, and like he's dead. And like each fucking devil is like a selfish asshole, and like they don't work together at all. Because they do, like any one of these fucking 2 teams of these guys would fucking kill Jubei and the old man and Kagero any second, but they don't because they're super stingy and uncool. Jubei and Kagero are talking, just chilling out. He's like, is your body really poison? Like anybody who touches you dies? And she's like, touch me and find out. He's like, alright. She's like, no, you fucking don't touch me. You'll fucking die for real. Like that's a real thing. Anybody who kisses me or has sex with me because of the poison will fucking die. So how about that? And she's like, I'm a badass motherfucker. And he's like, is your heart poison as well? And she's like, whoa, dude, what the fuck? So they go down and investigate that boat and all that, and the sun's all too hot and shit, and she like passes out because there's a lot of shit going down. Probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, watching it now years later when you're older, is when they're just chilling with fucking, like they're hiding out in a little cave thing, and like she's passed out, and he like fucking lets her like rest there, and like he's like fixing his sword like a G with his tomato. She wakes up and he like gives her a tomato, and she's like, he's like, dude, we're working too hard, we need to chill out. And I'm like, yep. And like everything's cool, and she's just chilling out like, yep. And they're just like chilling there in peace and silence before nobody trying to kill them, no drama, no bullshit. And it's just like fucking cherish those moments where shit's not going down. You know, that's the good stuff. They find out that the secret that was all what was on the boat was gold, and it's all about the gold. So Kagero tells her ninja crew by a pigeon that it's about the gold and to come help out, and it's all about to go down tonight. And like fucking Jubei fucking sees the shadow dude with a claw, and it fucking chases after him, and like it's fucking, I like his power a lot, dude, just like drifting into the shadows and shit. Like that's some badass stuff right there. Chases him down, but it turns out it's just another sneaky ninja trick. And the fucking shadow dude kidnaps Kagero like it's no big thing. Old man doesn't even fucking do a goddamn thing about it. And old man's like, well, fuck that bitch, let's just leave. We can just go fucking handle this boat shit ourselves. We know what to do, let's do this. Jubei's like, man, fuck you, I'm new Saber, and you're a piece of shit. So he goes down there to save her, and like fucking the shadow dude's like brainwashing the chick, and like it's not cool. And like she fucking wakes up and she's all trying to kill Jubei. They have this intense ass brutal sword fight. You don't know what the fuck's going on. And like he sees the shadow dude in the shadow and just fucking senses that shit, tosses his blade, kills the shadow dude like it's no big thing, stabs him right in his butt. And then like fucking Kagero comes back to life, and he's like, ugh, and then he passes out, and they're just like, damn, dude, like it's some fucking tit for tat shit. And like fucking he wakes up, and she's like, oh man, like why the fuck did you come to save me, bro? Like you could have just left me there like the old man. would've. And he's like, we're friends, yeah? Like, fucking, you got my back, I got yours, we help each other out, when shit goes down, we're fucking friends, and that's cool. And she's like, let me fucking pay you back for this favor. And she takes her clothes off, and she's like, let's do it right here. And he's like, whoa, dude, like, we don't have to do that. And she's like, nah, if you do it with me, it'll cure the poison, you'll live. And he's like, like, nah, you don't gotta do all that. And he just fucking walks off. And he's like, I'm not gonna use you as a fucking object. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna let this guy manipulate you into fucking me, because I don't need to fucking have that shit go down. So, Jubei's a good fucking dude. The 8 devils start sailing off in the boat, and like Jubei's like, we need to crash that ship. And like Kagera's ninja clique comes fucking crashing through, and Kagera's like, hell yeah, we got some fucking backup. She runs up to report to her boss, the douchebag, and he's like, don't worry about it, because stab, and he fucking stabs her, and she's like, oh, and Jubei's like, motherfucker. And it turns out the guy the whole time has been the leader of the 8 devils of Kamon, Gamma, and Jubei is pissed, and he just starts fucking goes into berserker mode, just starts handing them out, dude, slashing, slicing and dicing, and everybody's fucking dead. It is raining blood in Tokyo tonight, because Jubei is on the fucking scene, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Everybody's getting some, and the electric dude's like, fucking Gamma, let me fucking take this dude out for you, because we're boyfriend, and I love you, and I'm gonna fucking handle this shit for you. And Gamma's like, go ahead. So fucking electric dude's like fucking hunts down Jubei, turns invisible, and just starts electrocuting his ass like a fucking G, and just like, he's got him, dude. Like, you're in the fucking trap, and he's fucking zapping him and shit, and you can see his skeleton, all that motherfucking shit. And like, out of nowhere, we see like a zombie rat thing exploding, and he's like, what's going on over here? And like, that shit explodes the whole freaking house, and Jubei gets out of the last second, because he's the man, he's the freaking man, he's got that ninja sense. And then like, the fucking zombie killer chick is like, well, fucking the electric dude, your boyfriend is dead. I'm sorry about that, because I was trying to kill Jubei, but like, hey, what are you gonna do? And Gamma's like, let's go. Like, he's a really cool fucking dude. Like, I gotta say, I love him. He finds Kagero, and like, she's dying, and like, he's like, oh man, this sucks. And she's like, well, Jubei, you're the only person who'd ever treat me as like a human being and not an expendable ninja warrior, bro. I really appreciate that. And he's like, oh, this sucks, I didn't want you to die. And he's like, oh, she's like, please, fucking do it with me right now. And he's like, well, we can kiss, I guess. So like, they kiss, and like, he gets the antidote, and like, they're like fucking super sad. And like, she gives her like a Viking funeral, and like, he sails out, and he's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody on that boat. And he starts riding his horse over there, and he's just like fucking chugging and going over there and shit. And like, fucking Gamma's on the boat getting promoted to king of the ninjas and shit. And he's just like fucking kills the boss. He's like, now I'm the true shogun of the dark. And the fucking old man's got like his oils, and he throws them shits around, and like fucking they blow the fucking side of the boat up, and like Gamma's just like, this sucks. Like, he's very fucking cool, dude. Too cool for school, just hanging out, and like, he goes down to the fucking fire to see what's up, and he's just like, motherfucker, all my golden melting sucks, dude. Jubei's there, just like, what's up, bitch? Fucking blew all your shit up, not gonna be the boss of shit now. How about that, motherfucker? You killed my friends, now I'm gonna kill you. And Grandma's like, fuck your friends, dude. Like, let's fucking fight. So they fucking fight, and it's just badass. He hits him with like a 16 hit fucking combo, and it's fucking badass. Like, I'm trying to count how many hits it was, but it was too fucking hard, because he's fucking tapping him, dude. That multi-piece combo, stacking it up like Popeyes. And like, fucking Jubei does the string on the sword trick, and fucking slashes his fucking arm off. It's fucking amazing. And then like, fucking they're fighting some more, just fucking beating ass, and like, fucking Gamma gets his arm back and reattaches it like a fucking G. And fucking Jubei's like, nah, son, just starts fucking headbutting him, dude. Just like fucking headbutting the shit out of him, like hits him like fucking 10 times, hits him fucking 15 times, and his face is all smashed to mush. And he's like, hey. But then like, he fucking comes back to life, and his face fixes itself. But then a fucking boat falls on him, and he's just like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. And Jubei's trying to crawl out, Gamma springs back up, and Jubei's like, god damn it, motherfucker. But then a tidal wave of gold comes, and it washes over him, and it covers his ass with gold, and Gamma becomes a gold freaking statue, and it's fucking awesome. And like, that's that, dude. Jubei's the shit. He killed the 8 devils of Kamon pretty much by himself, almost, kinda, but not really. And like the end is just very chill. Like the old man's just like, well, it sucks that your friend died. She was a good ninja broad, did her job well, and like I respect that. And you're a damn good swordsman, and like it sucks that I manipulate everybody, but that's just the way of the ninja, and that's what we do. And like, you know, it takes sincerity to melt a man's heart. And Jubei's like, Daquan, fuck you, bro. And that's it.